Welcome back, guys, to Trials and Tribulations. Phoenix Wright always spiral towards the ending. Now this case, with Tigre on the stand, we move, finally, to the point of the identity theft. The one thing, or the one extra thing, that he did, apart from staging the crime, to make sure that Maggie had no way out. What? Another one, Mr. Wright? Yes, he had many a plot. Interesting. Why don't you fill us all in, trite? That's a lot of health gone. What was this trick you say Mr. Tigre performed to frame the accused? It's here. Take that! What on earth is that? What an insult to think anyone could be fooled by such a childish imitation. It was you. Consider yourself insulted, Your Honor. Mr. Tigre, you didn't just pose as the victim on the day in question. A month ago, in this very court, you posed as me. What? That's the truth. But the witness looks nothing like you, Mr. Wright. Although, now that I think about it, it was you, wasn't it? Okay, now you realize. No doubt it was you, standing in here this very court a mere month ago. The Phoenix Wright who put up the most disreputable, shabby defense I have ever seen. You can do the yowl for me. Objection. Can you prove that, Gramps? Prove the attorney who represented the accused here a month ago was this man? Are you prepared to take the stand and testify that it was him? Oh. Hey. Forget about it, yeah? I wouldn't do something like that, not me. You made a mistake, right? It was someone else, sir. Objection! Have you no pride, sir? Objection! This isn't a matter of pride. In case you didn't know, right here in court, we deal with people's lives. Mr. Godot is right. Your Honor, speaking for myself, I am absolutely convinced. The attorney in question was the witness standing before me now. However, I preside over this court as the judge with a vested power to hand down a verdict. Someone in my position cannot be swayed by a memory without evidence to support it. What? See, I would go, no. I go, what? Are you an idiot? If the defense has no further evidence, the court will now excuse the witness. The circumstances surrounding Mr. Tigre are dubious for sure, but not conclusive. But we've come so far. You say he impersonated Glenelg. You say he impersonated you. But none of that adds up to a murder charge. You don't have a shred of evidence that the witness poisoned the victim's coffee. Nah! So we are going into a twist and turn? It's not over? Ha! Sucks to be you, right? Don't mess with the tiger or you're gonna get mauled, you got that? All we managed to do here was chase him around a bit. But I was so close to getting him to admit his own guilt. Ha! Looks like I won't be needing a refill. If I just had one more piece of evidence. One more piece of evidence, maybe I could get Maggie off the hook. And the way he's agonizing about it means that Gumshoe has the evidence. This witness's cross-examination is over. What? You are free to go, Mr. Tigre. What? He'll just leave. He'll just skip the country at this point. Idiot. Objection? Good. Me, yeah? Gumshoe? Your Honor, sir. It's Gumshoe. Wait! Detective! Detective! He got young for a second, he was so surprised. Detective Gumshoe! Sorry it took so long, pal. Aye. I staked everything on this. My badge, the works. So here it is. My heart's counting on this too. What is it, Detective? Isn't it obvious, pal? It's the final decisive piece of evidence. What? Okay, we move to the outside. A recess. Sorry it took so long, pal, but I finally got the results from the lab.
The results?
About the prince, pal, from this medicine bottle.
Oh, so do you know who the prince belonged to now?
Do you think I'm some kind of hack detective? Of course I know.
So tell us. They're the Tigers, right? I knew it.
Haha, you bet. Clear as crystal, all over the bottle. Nephew, Tigre's paw prints, alright?
That's great. We've got him now, Nick.
What's up?
What's wrong with you? You've hardly said a word since Detective Gumshoe got here. He's laid everything on the line for this, Nick.
I know. Look, I'm sorry. This is kind of hard to say, but it really doesn't make any difference whose prints are on that bottle now. Huh? What? Why not?
What we need to produce at this stage in the trial is irrefutable evidence that the Tiger put poison in Glenn Elk's coffee. He's already admitted that he met the victim. The fact that his prints are on this bottle,
that really doesn't make any difference now. I knew it. Great. No matter how hard I try, I'm never of any use.
Hey, don't be so hard on yourself.
This was our last chance to help Maggie, and I've been working on some useless piece of evidence the whole time. It's alright. I'm a real loser. It's not breaking news to me, pal.
Detective Gumshoe? Maggie? You've been working on something for me?
Sorry I let you down, Maggie. I know you didn't do it. And I'm a detective. We're supposed to be able to prove stuff like that. I'm really sorry. I'll get out of your hair now.
Detective Gumshoe! Wait! He's gone. Isn't there anything we can do now, Nick?
I wish there was.
Gumshoe worked so hard to get that evidence. If only there was some way I could use it.
Some way I could use it? Abstract way? It's gotta be that we're using anyway, because, you know, story, read the flow of the tide. Mr. Wright! Yes, Your Honor? I granted you a recess so you can prepare this decisive evidence you've discovered. Yes. Don't keep us all in suspense, Trite. Show us. Naturally. We can assume it's evidence that will actually stand up in court, can't we?
Think, Phoenix. Don't let Gumshoe's hard work go to waste.
How much more of my time are you gonna waste? I ain't been to no court before. Used lawyers shown how to blow things out of proportion. No doubt, given the nature of the evidence, it will speak for itself. Nevertheless, you will talk us through it, Mr. Wright.
Well, I know I can't prove anything new with this evidence. I'm really backed into a corner here. But maybe if he thinks he's got me beat, he'll let his guard down a bit.
Oh? Don't keep us waiting any longer, Mr. Wright. Sounds like entrapment. Present this final decisive piece of evidence to the court.
It's this.
It's gotta be. This is the defense's final piece of evidence. Isn't that the victims? Your Honor. Naturally, the court is already aware of the contents of this bottle. However, interesting new information has come to light. We have clearly identified some fingerprints on it. Fingerprints belonging to you, Mr. Tigre. What? But Mr. Wright, what conclusion are you hoping to draw from this new information?
Everyone here knows what this bottle contains, except one man. One person in this courtroom should theoretically be in the dark.
My prints are on that pansy-looking bowl? Is that what you're saying? Well, what the hell's in it anyway?
A phony trial, a phony lawyer, and phony clues. Everything about this case has been phony.
Seems like the perfect excuse for some phony evidence.
We're gonna perjure?
Mr. Tigre, this is a decisive piece of evidence that will prove your guilt. Why? Because it contains a bluff. We're gonna say he's got his hands on the poison, but he doesn't know what's in it. This is the answer, but where will it lead us? This bottle contains potassium cyanide. Potassium cyanide? What? Is
Godot really gonna stay silent on this? The poison used to murder Mr. Elk, Your Honor. The victim's killer used this very bottle. What? And on this bottle, Mr. Tigre, we found your fingerprints. Well, how do you explain that? Ha ha ha! You make a good clown, you know that? What? Yous ain't never gonna get this to stick. Yous just making me laugh now. You think a cheap bluff like that's gonna fool the Tiger? A bluff? I can see straight through you, Phoenix Wright. I ain't the bottle with the cyanide in it. No, this is the bottle we found traces of the poison in. Don't mess with the Tiger or you're gonna get ripped to shreds. The cyanide bottle was brown and it was made of glass. So basically, all this trial comes on to like a moment of pride before a fall. What an idiot! You just confessed. That cheap piece of trash don't look nothing like it. Oh my god. Yeah, Godot, smoke. Oh my god. Got him. At last. What? Why is everyone gone quiet? I said that bottle. Is the bottle you're referring to? Or is this the bottle you're referring to? Indeed. Yeah, that's it. That's the bottle the cyanide was in. But yous ain't gonna find my prints on that bottle. Don't let that cozy looking suit fool you people. That lawyer's just playing games. Tell him, Mr. Prosecutor. Tell that guy where to go. Oh, I thought it was Godot speaking. You still haven't figured it out. Don't you realize what you just said? What I said? What did I just say? This is so confusing. You were summoned to this court for the first time earlier today. If you really had nothing to do with the murder, you shouldn't have known all the little details. For instance, you shouldn't have known what kind of bowl the potassium cyanide was in. But just now you slipped up in front of every single person in this courtroom. You described the exact bottle used by the killer to hold the poison. You don't know who's messing with. I'm the Tiger. I control millions of dollars on the black market. You think I'm gonna let some jumped up suit get the better of me? Sure, the last piece of evidence was phony. Well, that's just what you deserve. A phony trial with a phony lawyer. It was all played out by you, the biggest phony of all. He's a red blanker. Gotcha. The lights went out. Oh, what's going on? It looks like a blackout. Spooky. Well done, trite. The coffee's on Phoenix. I saved my 17th cup of coffee. Just for you. That's why his eyes were like that. Savor it. While you watch the police restrain your prey. What a moron! And Mr. Wright, you caught a tiger by his toe, but if this one hollers, he won't be let go. Now then, how are things going with Mr. Tigre, Mr. Godot? He is being arrested on suspicion of the murder of Glen Elk, Your Honor. Unfortunately for us, we managed to rectify a very grave error. Miss Byrde was found guilty in the absence of a genuine defense attorney. Yes, she was. And in the absence of genuine evidence. But the Tiger made one mistake. Indeed. He very nearly got away with everything if it wasn't for that one slip of the tongue. Fleolio Tigre is a truly frightening criminal. Ha! The truly frightening one is that defense attorney over there. Godot. Well, I am now in a position to deliver my verdict. This court finds the defendant Maggie Byrde. Got it.
that it all. This court is adjourned.
I get too close to the mic when excited. I'm sure I keep spiking it. You'll tell me in the comments, yeah? Mr. Wright, I'm at a loss for words. Thank you, sir. Congratulations, Maggie. I was so mad when Mr. Wright landed me in all that trouble a month ago. But now I feel like I can forgive him. No, it wasn't me in the first place. Hey, that wasn't me, Maggie. That was the tiger. Look, Nick, in the doorway. Detective Gumshoe.
Oh, guess I'll be heading off then. See you around, pal.
Wait. Now's your chance. Detective Gumshoe?
Oh yeah. Congratulations, Maggie.
Thanks.
I knew you were innocent all along.
Why didn't you say that in your testimony then?
Huh? Oh, well, I was. Well, guess I'll be heading off then. See you around.
Wait up, detective. He just ran off. Maggie, why are you being so hard on him? He busted his butt for you. It's thanks to him that we got the medication bottle. That wasn't even of any use. But it's only because Mr. Wright used it so cleverly. Detective Gumshoe was just running around in circles.
Poor guy.
Looks like she still isn't ready to forgive him. Can you put in a good word for him, Nick?
Yeah, Mayor's right. I should help Gumshoe out. It's clear he needs it. Maggie, you know Detective Gumshoe's been really worried about you through all of this.
I won't believe that, sir. But on that first day of the trial, he practically gave the judge a free pass to lock me up.
He didn't have any choice, Maggie. He's a detective. He has to report the facts.
He doubted me, that's why. He thought I might have done it.
I've got to prove to her that Gumshoe really cares about her. I know. I'll give her a little present to celebrate her freedom.
Take that!
Here you are. A present to celebrate your freedom.
That's
a present from Detective Gumshoe. Made with a ton of love.
He said you lost weight and he was worried about you. Detective Gumshoe. I actually really like weenies, you know. Did you guys hear that? I'm pretty hungry myself, you know.
Yeah, the trial dragged on a bit today, didn't it?
Is it okay if I eat this now?
Of course it is.
So, how is it, Maggie? It's really good.
So the case of phony versus genuine comes to an end. The false allegations surrounding Maggie have all been cleared up. And who knows, maybe a whole new chapter of her life is about to start. With a little bit of love, eh? Hopefully, Gumshoe gets his woman. And Maggie realised he's such a good guy, really. But we move on to a brand new episode, Turnabout Beginnings. Next episode, I hope you guys join me for that as we continue on with more Phoenix Wright, Trials and Tribulations. I'll see you then. And it ended up as a good side episode, didn't it? Bye-bye.